Alright, welcome back to the channel. So today I've got something interesting that I'm going to do for the first time. So you've seen the Providence Gundam that I built. So this is part 2, which is actually which I'm going to have a look here in this white box here, is a resin kit. So this resin kit is a recast. So a recast is actually like a copy of the YJL version of the Providence Gundam resin kit. So it comes with all these parts. This is my first time that I'm going to be building a resin kit for the Providence. So if you guys don't know what a resin kit is, basically, again, it's made out of resin, and it's all these parts that come in this such configuration, and you actually remove the original parts, certain parts, not all. So this is a conversion kit, so which means that I'll be using the Providence frame that I built, removing certain parts of it, and then adding this resin parts to it, and you will need to paint it. Excuse me. Unfortunately for this particular kit, excuse me, I did not get a manual, so I've been scourging around the internet, trying to look at guides in terms of how I do it. So it's not ideal, especially for the first kit I have. Buying a recast kit is a lot cheaper than the original. I have original Julian kits or YJL kits for other model kits, but for this Providence I actually went with a recast, which I bought online. So I'm going to go ahead and start preparing the parts, taking some parts, and go ahead and try test fitting it. You'll need to clean some of the parts. You can see here there are certain knobs like this that come out of a particular part, and you need to trim it. And I'll go ahead and do my reference from certain pictures I see online, videos online, to hopefully be able to successfully put this together. All right, so this is going to be a first time for me, so hopefully it will come out as something okay. All right, so I've started the process of fitting the resin, and this is my first time, as I mentioned. See, lots of the parts are just held there with some blue tack, and later on you'll see some of the tape as well. So later on, once this, after the process of everything's ready, sprayed, then there's a lot of I believe a lot of gluing that will be involved in making it stay. So you can see there's a lot of parts that are a little bit like out of place as well, but overall the details are really cool. So that's the first portion of the chest armor with the resin kit on the Providence. Okay, the second part is actually the waist armor, and the waist armor is mainly just this front part that's changed, the side skirts, and this really long protruding middle part here. The rest are the same. You can see here I've got a lot of tape around it to hold it. So these parts in here, you can see they are not very flush. So I saw a video, this guy said I need to heat this part up and try to get it smooth. Okay, so I'm just test fitting all the parts now. It's quite a tedious process, lots of dust with the resin. If you start sanding them, you can see there's a lot of gaps here. So like I said, I will need to try to heat it up and see if I can align it, and then see how it goes. Okay, so that's the waist all done as well. All right, so the next part I've done is the shoulder armor. Right, you can see there's a lot of tape around, and touch it a little bit, everything will drop off. So with the resin kit, almost every part is replaced. Yeah, the only thing that you use is this round round hole here, which the arm will protrude off. But look at the level of details you can see in the resin of this Providence. Really beautiful. Lots of parts are very loosely held. You can see here. I use some tape in here. So this other one is also very flimsy, so I've used double tape, and it's really flimsy just to get it to stay. But basically the shoulder armor is all with the resin hair is all ready as well now. All right, so the other part is now the arms. So the arms also has quite a bit of resin parts. So the whole shoulder, bottom arm, sorry, the whole bottom arm, and this portion here is replaced with a very nice shield-like attachment. Very nice details as well. Okay, so that's the arms all done from both sides. Okay, so the other thing is this part here that connects to the arm is very, very loose. Yeah, this portion here. So we'll see how I can reinforce that later on, or we may just have to glue it a little bit and see how it goes. Okay, so the arms are all done as well. All right, so I've managed to finish the legs as well. So the leg sticks on the top portions here. You can see there's gaps. I will see if I can fix it. And then, but mainly it's all in the front area here, and then the leg, just the front. So you can still bend the leg like so. Yeah, all that parts are, you still use the frame of the Providence leg to be able to match it up. Yeah, so I've got both of the legs in. This portion here is a little finicky. I'll need to see how if I can fix it or not. And yeah, but all in all, the design is pretty cool for the legs. Yeah, the back and all that is all exactly the same, right? Okay, so on to the weapons next. All right, so this is the shield. You actually, it's almost a full resin that you replace with the original shield. Look at the level of details. It's very, very cool and nice. Yeah, and I'm not so sure whether you can still fit it onto the hand. We'll need to try later on, because with the new resin part on the hand, there is a protrusion on the arm. So I'm not sure whether this will sit on it well, but as you can see, a lot of the pictures on the web, they do not show this part. Yeah, and I'll be working on the big gun or rifle next. I've started it, and I'm having some trouble with the fitting of the parts, and may need some a bit of heating of the parts to even try to get it to fit something like that. Okay, so that will hopefully be next, and let's see how it goes. All right, so I finally did the long range rifle. It's huge, it's colossal. Look how long this with the resin kit is. But I really had a lot of issues with this part here. And I tried the technique of heating it up. Initially I used some lukewarm water, which was wrong. I should use boiling water. But anyway, I got a heat gun and heated up some of these parts to try to get them fitted. These parts are really hard to get them. You can still see that they are not perfect, but it is what it is. It's first time for me, so I'm going to try my best. And even this part here, there is protrusions that go to the end. It broke, so probably I'll just glue them on later on, once I am on the final stages of putting this together and gluing it together. You really need a lot of glue based on what I see with a lot of these kits. You know, it's not like, you know, easily fitted like your plastic parts. But anyway, here's the gun. It's in a very large, long format, very alien-like, if you like. And anyway, the next part will be, I think, to start soaking these pieces and get them all washed. I won't have purple power, which a lot of people have been using as a degreaser. I'll be using Dawn soap to do it. Okay, till the next time. All right, so I've assembled all the resin onto the kit, and propped him up with the test fit before the next step. So I just put him up on a stand, and you can see the whole look of the body. Yeah, the shoulders, the chest, the arms, the waist, and the front of the legs. These are the main parts that are in resin. And then you can see the huge gun here, and then the shield, which is a full resin. It doesn't use any parts of the original shield. So this is the first part of the build, and we will continue the next part with washing the kit in some liquid detergent, and then followed by some priming and then sanding. All right, So this is part 1 of the resin build for the Providence kit. Thanks for watching.